Like this, our principals, headmasters, and all, they have some program.
But for kids, it is a holiday.
No, sir. For all, yeah.
Achha.
Like we are usually invited over there, but I don't know this year they did or not.
Okay. So let me start with log. So we looked at some properties of log in the last class, no? We did something now on logs or no?
We did, sir.
Okay, so we did. Fine. So we had, I can say there are three main properties that you have to remember. The first one is the product rule. Log of A plus log A into B is equal to log A plus log B I'm sorry, got disconnected somehow. Yes, is this visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
What do you think? It's number one. So log of 1. This will be equal to 1. So if the base is 10, 10 to the power 0, it will be equal to 1. Right, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Then I will be giving you values of log 2. Log 2, you have to remember that this is equal to 0.30. Okay, 0.30. So this is something that you have to remember. I hope you don't need to remember log 1. You can obviously see the definition that how the log is defined, it will be equal to 0. But log 2, you have to remember. Then again, log 3, you have to remember. Log 3, it is equal to 0.48. Okay. Log 3 is equal to 0.48. Then we have log 4. Okay. Now, as soon as you see there is something which is not a prime number, then you will क्या बोलते हैं उसको? You will write the multiples of 4. Right? Write the multiples of 4 now. So this will be equal to log 2 into 2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we can write this as either log 2 plus 2, or we can just write log 2 square, and by the exponent rule, this will be equal to 2 times log of 2, right? Yes or no, tell me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this will be equal to, or you will write the value here, okay? What will be log 4? And you have to remember log 5 because it is prime. Log 5, this will be equal to how much? 0.70. This is something that you have to remember, okay? And there is one more, that is log 7. Now, then 6th, I will write log 6. We can write log 6 as log 3 into 2. And then you will use the product rule. This will be equal to log 3 plus log 2. And then you will write the value. What is this? Equal to log 6. Calculate, huh? And then log 7. This is equal to 0.84. Then we have log 8. This will be equal to log 2 into 2, right? Then we have log 9. Sorry, 9th one is log 9. You can write this as log of 3 into 3. Okay. So you will tell me the value of log 4, log 6, log 8, and log 9. 4, 6, 8, and 9. Zainab, you are following me? Yes or no, Zainab? How are you, Sarah?
Fine, sir.
Okay. So tell me, did anyone get log 4?
Or is it 0.60?
Yeah, correct. 0.60. Hai? This will be 2 into log 2. This will be 0.60. Very good. I hope others also got the same answer. So Zainab, you tell me, for log 6 is equal to log 3 into 2. And after that, what you can write? Use this rule and tell me, what should I write after this?
Sir, I'm
Yes.
doing.
Yeah, you say now. Tell me. You look at this question and tell me.
0.48 into 0.30.
No. Okay, no. First of all, you have to expand this. How will you expand this? Log 3 into 2 will be equal to log 3 plus log 2, na? Zainab?
Yes.
So log 3 is equal to how much? 0.48 plus 0.3. This will be equal to, log 2 is equal to 0.3. This will be equal to 0.78. Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Zainab, आपको आया? What happened? Zainab is not audible now. Okay, Sarah, you tell me for log 8, na? What will be the value? Sarah?
0.90.
0.90. Okay, so that means 3 into, yeah, correct. So you would have written this as log of 2 cube. This is equal to 3 times log of 2, and log of 2 is equal to 0.3. And log of 9 would be 2 times log of 3. This will be equal to 2 into log of 3 is 0.48. Right? And this will be equal to how much? 0.96. Huh? 0.96. Okay. Then we have at last log 10. And log 10, it is equal to how much? Log 10 will be equal to, so 10 to the power of how much will be equal to 10? 10 to the power how much will be equal to 10?
1.
1. Correct. So you have these logs, but in this you just have to remember 4 values, okay? And then you can calculate any other values. So write this down, then we'll do some questions. We will do directly on pH, okay? Not on log. You must have some log questions in your assignment that you can retry. I think, okay. Was anyone able to do those log questions from the assignment?
Sir, I did first 2 questions.
First 2 questions. Okay, there was one question in which you had 6.3, right? 63 or something like that. So we'll discuss those type when you have bigger prime numbers that you cannot write any multiples of, how to deal with them also. Okay. First of all, write this, then we will see those questions. Let me know if you're done, okay?
Done, sir.
Okay. So if you use sticky notes now, if you use sticky notes, then what you should do, you should write the value of log 2, log 3, log 5, and log 7, and then paste it somewhere that you can see all the time. Okay, when not all the time, but whenever you are studying. Okay, now I'll just write a question. Calculate the pH of a sample. Calculate the pH of the sample containing 3.8 into 10 to the power minus 3 molar hydronium ion. Hydronium ion. Okay, hydronium ion means H3O plus. Okay, H3O plus is the hydronium ion. So in this question, what do we have? We have the concentration given. The concentration of H3O plus, it is given as how much? 3.8 into 10 to the power minus 3 molar. Now, what is pH? pH is the negative log of concentration of H3O positive. Okay, so please listen here. Don't write at this point. Okay, please don't write at this point. Just answer my questions. So what should I write? Minus log. Tell me, what is the concentration of H3O plus given in this question? Zainab, what is the concentration of H3O plus given? Yes, Zainab. Okay, you are not audible. Is Zainab audible to anyone?
No.
Okay. Okay, Aisha, you tell me. What is the concentration of H3O plus given here?
3.8 into 10 raised to minus 3.
3.8 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. Now, we should take this as, we will calculate first of all, what is the log of this? Then we will put up the minus sign. So we will always keep the minus sign here. We are not going to solve the minus sign. Okay. So we'll just keep the minus sign here. And then we can say that I can use the addition rule here, right? The product rule here. So that I can write log of, we can do one more thing. I can write this as, first of all, log of 38. This will be better because I don't know how to solve decimals. I just know how to solve whole numbers. So I can write 38 into 10 to the power minus 4. Okay. So first of all, either you should have a whole number as a log or powers of 10. Then only you will be able to solve it. Then I can write this as minus log of 38 plus log of 10 to the power minus 4. Any problem till here, guys? Tell me.
No,
Any
sir.
problem? No problem? Okay. Now you can write this as minus log of 38. Then this minus 4 will come above and it will become 4 into log of 10. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then next, what we can do? We can write this as minus of log of 38 minus 4 into log of 10. And we know that log of 10 is what? 1. So we can write minus 4, right? Since log of 10, it is equal to 1, right? Now our concern is this 38, how to solve this 38. So what you need to do is, you need to find the multiples, right? You need to find the multiples. I hope you remember this method. 38, so it will go by 2. And what we will get here? 19, right? 19, no?
Yes, sir.
19. Now tell me, 19 is a prime number, right? Does 19 have any multiple?
No.
No. Okay. Now, whenever you are stuck with something like this, what you are going to do? First of all, you will write it like this: minus of log of 19 into 2 minus 4. And then you will write it minus of log of 19 plus log 2 minus 4. Okay. Now I want you to see, you don't have to remember 19. What you will do, you will just write the log of 20. Why? Not log of 18. No, we need something which is near to 19, but always, whenever you are approximating for log, take the next digit, take the next number, not the previous number. I will tell you why. If you see the difference from 1 to 2, it is 0.30. If I see the difference from 0.30 to log 2 to log 3, the difference is of how much? 0.18. Now, if I see from 3 to 4, the difference is of 0.12. Then the difference is of 0.10. Then the difference is of 0.8. Then the difference is of 0.06. Then you have again 0.06, again 0.06, and then you have 0.04. That means if you choose the next digit, if you choose the next number, then you will be closer to the value. Okay, you can check this out. You can check this out later on. But as of now, what you will do, you will write the log 19 for approximation. You will write? You write this as log of 20. It won't hurt it. Okay, it won't hurt. Please just trust me on this. And then you can write this as minus of log of 2 plus log of 10 plus log of 2 minus 4. So I hope we have all the values, and we can write this as minus of log of 2 is 0.3 plus 1 plus 0.3 minus 4, right? And this will be equal to how much? We have 1.6 minus 4, right? Minus of 1.6 minus 4. And what will be this equal to? 2.4, right? Minus 2.4.
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? This will be equal to how much? 2.4. Sorry, 2.4. So pH was equal to how much? 2.4. Okay. Now what I need you to do is that you take a calculator that is near to you or in your phone. You calculate the value of log of 3.8 into 10 to the power minus 3. Or you can calculate the log of 0.0038. That's what we did, no? Minus log of, okay, sorry, minus log of 0.0038. Calculate this and tell me what is the exact answer.
2.420.
So we are like pretty close, right?
Yeah.
You can see that error is negligible here, right?
Yes, sir.
So whenever you get a prime number that is very large, for example, we had 19, we'll get 23. So what you are going to do, you are going to approximate, and you are going to take the next number. Okay, after 19, you will take 20, log of 20.
So can you scroll up?
Okay. Okay, this seems very long, but because we did each and every part separately here, okay? But if you start doing questions, then you will not need so long solutions. Okay. What happened? Zainab's internet is not right, I guess. She's getting disconnected again and again.
Sir, can you show the question?
Oh, sure. Zainab, what happened? Your internet seems unstable. हाँ, आपकी तो आवाज भी नहीं आ रही है. I can't hear you. Done? Let me know if you're done.
Done, sir.
Done? What about others? Aisha, Sarah,
Done, sir.
Zainab? Done? Okay. Aisha, you're done? No, yes. Okay. Now let us look at a different question. In that question, you will be given the pH and you will be asked to calculate the, you will be asked to calculate the you will be asked to calculate the concentration of the H plus ions. Okay, concentration of H plus ions. So let me take a question. The human saliva, it has the pH of 6.4. Okay, so you have pH given as 6.4. Okay, the pH is 6.4. Calculate concentration of H3O plus ions. Okay. Now listen again. Don't write. Just listen here. So the pH is given as 6.4, and we also know that pH. The definition of pH is it is the minus log of the concentration of. I'm just writing H plus ions. Okay. Rather than writing H3O plus ions. They represent the same thing. Okay. That means I can write minus of log of the concentration of H plus ion. It is equal to how much? 6.4. Yes or no, guys? Any problem till here?
No, sir.
No problem. Okay. Now, can I write like this? Log of H plus. It is equal to minus of 6.4. Yes or no? No problem, no?
No, sir.
That means what I have to calculate? I have to calculate 10 to the power of minus 6.4 is equal to how much? Right? The H plus ion, right? This H plus ion is equal to how much? So I can write the concentration of H plus ion. It is equal to 10 to the power of minus 6.4. Yes or no? बताइए यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ डाउट? Any doubt till here? Aisha, Sarah, Samaira?
No, sir.
No, no. All of you are fine with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now listen very carefully. I think you all can do till here. Now listen very carefully, because all of these, this is based on some mathematical manipulation. Minus is getting this side. Then it is based on the definition of log, that 10 to the power of something. It's the log of that. Okay. Then how to calculate the negative exponents of 10, negative exponents of 10. So see, first of all, what you are going to do, you are going to rewrite minus 6.4 as difference of difference using the next number, next whole number. Okay, next whole number. So what I want to do is that I want to write minus 6.4. It is equal to some x minus 7, right? So what will be this x? Tell me. What will be this x? X will be equal to 7 minus 6.4, na? Tell me, this 7 will go there. Yes or no?
0.6.
This will be equal to how much? 6.
0.6.
0.6. Okay, that means I can write that 10 to the power minus 60 minus 6.4, it is equal to 10 to the power of 0.6 minus 7. Yes or no, guys? But any problem?
Yes, sir.
No problem?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No problem. Okay, fine. Then I can write this as 10 to the power of 0.6 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Any problem?
No, sir.
No problem. Then what we can write? See, 10 to the power of 0.6. So I need to find log of 10, and this is x, and this is equal to 0.6. So 10 to the power of 0.6 should be equal to x. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now you look at the log table that we have written from 1 to 10 and tell me log of what is equal to 0.6?
No, 4.
Log of 4, no?
Yes, sir.
Log of 4, right? So that means x is what? 10 to the power 0.6 is equal to what? 4. Yes or no? See, log of 100, you remember this? Log of 100 is equal to 2. So 10 to the power 2 is equal to 100, and hence we can write 10 to the power 2, it is equal to 100, right? So you just see these two things that we have written here and try to relate these two things. So tell me, what is the value of 10 to the power 0.6?
4.
Very good. 4 into 10 to the power of minus 7. This is the molar concentration of H plus ion. Seems hard. It is new. Anna, it is new. I think you would not have done these type of problems earlier. It is new, but it is easy. Okay. It's not complex. It's not involving many calculation. It is easy. If I talk about calculation, you just have to keep in mind what you are doing. Okay. You have to keep in mind what we are doing. So you can please write this down. Let me know if you're done. This is most important thing, okay, that you have to rewrite as difference using the next whole number, not the previous whole number, next whole number, okay? Write this down, let me know if you're done. Yeah, done? Do you need more time?
Done, sir.
Done? Okay. So I'm giving you a question. You have to calculate. I'm giving you the pH. You have to calculate the concentration of H3O plus ions, okay? Right. pH it is equal to pH is equal to 1.2. Calculate concentration of H3O plus, okay? So just as we did the previous example, please try this. Let me know if you're done, guys. Okay. Send the answer in chat. Okay. Send the answer in chat. Also, if you're getting confused or stuck somewhere, please let me know.
Sir,
Mhm.
I'm stuck, sir.
Where you are stuck? Tell me.
Sir, at the last, I got 10 raised to 0.8.
10 raised to 0.8.
8.
So, what you need to do now? Tell me.
Should I
0.8.
approximate?
0.8, it is nearest to which? What log? Tell me. Log of?
7.
Log of 7, right? You got, wait a second, 1.2, no? So this will be minus log of h plus is equal to 1.2. So h plus, it will be equal to, okay, you did it like that. Okay, so h plus, it will be equal to 10 to the power minus 1.2. And this will be equal to 10 raised to 0.8 minus 2. So this will be equal to 10 to the power of 0.8 into 10 to the power minus 2 molar. Okay. So now we have 0.8, but we know that log of 7 is equal to how much? 0.84, right? It is equal to 0.84. And log of 6, it is equal to how much?
0.78.
Okay, log of 7.8. So, and I can say that, so which is more near?
Log
7, 8, log 6, right? So this will be 6 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, and see, if you get a bit more confident, you can write 6.1 also, just to show. Okay, you can write 6.1 also, because what? It is going to be near to 6 rather than 7 now. So it will be at least, I can say that it will be less than 6.5. I don't know what is the answer, right? The accurate thing, but it will be less than 6.5. So you can write 6.1 at least. Okay, that means this more lips, what I can say, more reliable and more credible. Okay. So if you get something like this now, you will get how to write approximation 6.1, yeah, 6.2, 6.3 when you do some questions. But till now, I hope you can write till here. And who sent me one answer? I think that was Sarah. But Sarah, you understood why it is not 7 and it is 6? Huh, Sarah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we can also do now, this is the concentration of what? H plus ions. We can also calculate the concentration of OH negative ions. How? See, we know that Kw is our source pipe. Concentration of H plus into the concentration of OH negative. And we also know that Kw is equal to 10 to the power of minus 14, 10 to the power of minus 14. And hence what I can write, that OH negative is equal to concentration of OH negative. This will be equal to 10 to the power of minus 14 divided by the concentration of H plus is 6.1 into 10 to the power minus 2, right? Then you can calculate the concentration of OH negative also. So this is also one very important constant, Kw, from which you can calculate any concentration of H plus if the OH minus is given and the concentration of OH minus if the H plus has been given. So write this down, then we will move on to the acid-base equilibria and the ionization of acid and bases.
Done.
Then all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us do one question. Okay, let's do one question. Calculate the concentration of H plus ions in 0.01 molar, 0.01 molar HCl solution. Okay. So how are you going to write this? We have HCl. So HCl is equal to how much? HCl is given as 0.01 molar. Okay. And HCl we know that it will react with H2O. It is going to form H3O positive plus Cl negative. So we have to calculate the concentration of H3O positive. Now, since we know that HCl is a strong acid, it will dissociate completely, right? It will dissociate completely. And what will happen? All the HCl that we have that we have added in the solution, they all will convert itself to H3O plus. And hence, for strong acids, what happens? For strong acids, or rather for strong electrolytes, whether it is acid or base. For strong electrolytes, concentration of HCl will be equal to the concentration of H3O positive. The concentration of H3O positive. And hence what we can write, that this concentration is equal to how much? Again, 0.01 molar. Okay, 0.01 molar. Now what they can ask is that calculate the concentration of H plus and also OH negative. Now, whenever you have to find the concentration of OH negative and you have been given one of the counter ions of water, that is H plus, then again you will use Kw, which is equal to the concentration of H plus into the concentration of OH negative, which is equal to 10 to the power of minus 14. And hence the concentration of OH negative be equal to 10 to the power of minus 14 divided by 1 into 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, and then you can calculate. So what will be the answer for this one? The answer will be 10 to the power of minus 12 molar, right? Okay, so write this question. So for strong electrolytes, you don't have to do much. The concentration of acid, it will be equal to the concentration of the H plus ions, and the concentration of base will be equal to the concentration of OH negative ions if you are adding a base. But we have to look at the the weak electrolytes, weak acids and weak bases. Okay, weak acids and weak bases. Let me know if you're done.
Done, sir.
Right here. Addition of acid in water. Okay. Addition of acid and water. So when we are going to add acid, what is going to happen? We will have HA. HA means what? A protic acid. This H plus, it is going to act as acid plus water. And it is going to give you H3O plus aqueous plus A negative ions. Okay, generalized reaction that I'm writing. And according to the law of chemical equilibrium, we can write that the equilibrium constant for this reaction will be equal to, I have to put the reversible arrow first of all. This will be equal to H3O plus products concentration divided by the concentration of reactants. And since we know that the concentration of H2O, that is liquid, should be taken as 1 because it is a pure liquid, and hence what we can say, it will be constant, right? Rather not 1, we can write that it is going to be constant, that is 55.55 molar. The concentration of water is always 55.55 molar, and hence we can add that H2O to this constant, and we can write this as the concentration of H3O plus into concentration of A negative divided by the concentration of the acid HA. Now this constant, because K is also constant and the concentration of H2O is also constant, for acid it is known as Ka. We write this constant, the new constant, as Ka, the dissociation constant of acid. This is equal to H3O plus into the concentration of the conjugate base, that is A negative, and the concentration of divided by the concentration of acid. Okay, so concentration of H plus ions into A negative ions, whatever counter ion that you have, divided by the concentration of the acid. Now this Ka is known as what? Ka is known as, what is Ka? Ka is known as the dissociation constant of acid. Dissociation constant of acid. Or you can also write ionization constant. Ionization constant of acid. That means, okay, now you tell me, if I will have a good acid, that is a very strong acid, then it will liberate more and more H plus ions, yes or no? it will liberate more and more H plus ions, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
That means the concentration of this H plus ions and A negative ions will increase. It will be very high compared to the concentration of the undissociated acid. Yes or no? So for a strong acid, we can say for strong acid, Ka is high. Okay, higher the value of Ka, higher will be the strength of acid. Higher the value of Ka, higher is strength of acid. So write this down. Let me know if you're done. So this is for generalized. This is generalized thing for any acid, whether it is strong or weak. Write this down. Let me know if you're done.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now, as we have Ka, there is one more term which is known as the pKa. Okay. So there is one more term which is known as the pKa. And what is pKa? pKa, it is equal to minus log of Ka. Minus log of Ka. Now, in this case, you can easily see that if the Ka is high, minus log of that thing will be low, right? Yes or no? Minus of that thing will be low. Correct, guys? How can we write the relationship between Ka and pKa? If Ka is going to be high, the minus log of Ka, it will be lower, right? Yes or no? First of all, you see this and tell me. You say which is higher? Calculate the values and tell me now. Minus log of 2 is higher or minus log of 4 is higher?
Minus log 2.
Right? So minus log 2 is greater than minus log 4. It means that if I will have the Ka, if I will increase the Ka, then what is going to happen? The pKa will be less. The pKa is going to be less, okay? You can see that if I have, this is Ka, it is higher, and hence the pK, that means minus log of that thing is going to be lower. So you can write that. You can write strong acids, stronger the acid, higher the value of Ka and lower will be the value of pKa. Okay, lower will be the value of pKa. Please remember this point, it's very important. You can be just asked to compare the acidity of various substances by giving you the value of pK and Ka. Okay, so please remember, strength of acid is directly proportional to Ka, but it is inversely proportional to the pKa. It is inversely proportional to pKa. If pK is lower, the strength of acid will be higher. Strength of acid will be higher. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us look at the concentration of H plus ion. How will we calculate the concentration of H plus ions if we have a weak acid, if we have a weak acid. But for that, what you have to remember, the first thing that we have to study is about the dissociation. So when I write a acid like this, please listen and don't try it now. It's giving me H3O positive and A negative. So I can write this equation. Major thing that is happening in this equation is that HA is getting dissociated, right? HA is getting dissociated to H plus ions and A negative ions. Yes or no, guys? Tell me.
Yes.
This is the only thing that is happening. So now we can see that we have only one reactant here. We have only one reactant here. Okay. Now, initially, when we started this equilibrium chapter, in that I showed you that if you have A plus 2B, it is giving you some D. And we started with initial concentration. We write, let us say 10, and this was also 10. This was nothing. Then at change, we wrote that this will be minus X, and this will be minus 2X, right? Minus X and minus 2X. You guys remember this, yes or no?
Yes.
Samira. Now, in this case, we were writing X because we did not know how much A is going to react with B, how much A is going to react with B, and how much D it is going to form. But in this case, when we have only one reactant, what we can say, and it is getting dissociated, right? It is getting dissociated. So we can write the change in terms of the fraction of the concentration that we have, because if I take some mole of HA, if I take some mole of the acid, then either half of the acid will be getting dissociated, or 1/3 will be getting dissociated, or 1/12 will be getting dissociated, or 1/100 will be getting dissociated. So whatever it is getting dissociated, I can write in terms of fraction of the initial concentration. Yes or no? Tell me. Yes or no, guys? Some fraction of the initial concentration will be dissociated, na?
Yes.
Because it is not dependent on any other reactant. It is not dependent on any other reactant. That means the capability of H and A. So we have to look at this bond, right? We have to look at this bond. Now, the dissociation, the dissociation, the fraction in which it is getting dissociated, it will be directly proportional. It will be proportional to the strength of the bond. If the strength of bond is very high, it will be not getting dissociated easily. If the bond strength is low, it will be getting dissociated. Easily, right? That means the degree of dissociation, the fraction in which the acid is getting dissociated, is an inherent property of the acid. It is the inherent property of the acid in hand. If we are looking at HCl, then the fraction in which it can get dissociated will be dependent on HCl only. It will be its inherent property, and hence it will be constant no matter how much concentration we are taking. How much concentration we are taking, it does not depend on that, because it is dependent on this bond. Okay. Now, when it is dependent on the bond, no matter if I am taking 100 mole or I am taking 1 mole, right? What can happen? Half of this will be dissociated, and here also half of this will be dissociated. Okay. So the fraction of acid concentration that is getting dissociated will be a constant, and that is going to be very useful to us. And that constant is known as the degree of dissociation. Okay. Degree of dissociation means the capability, the tendency of an acid to get dissociated. Is it high or is it low? So what we can write, let us say that the initial concentration will be C, and the initial concentration here, it will be what? 0, and here it will be 0. Any problem till here, guys? If I take the initial concentration as C, no problem?
No, sir.
Okay. Now let us suppose the HA acid, it has a tendency to dissociate and the fraction that gets dissociated is half. Okay. So no matter how many moles you take of HA acid, half moles will be getting dissociated. Okay. Half moles. So I will write that change will be what? The change will be C/2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we said that the degree of dissociation, it is written as alpha. So alpha, it is equal to what? 1/2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. That means what I can write? I can write this as C into 1 by 2. I hope you guys have no problem. And also I can write this as C into alpha. And also I can write this as, I hope you guys will not have any problem. The change for a weak acid will be C alpha, and minus sign because it is getting reacted. It is getting reduced. Any problem till here, guys?
No, sir.
No problem. Okay, fine. Now 1 mole of HA is giving me 1 mole of H plus and 1 mole of A negative. So the ratio is what? 1, 1, 1. Hence, C alpha of H plus will be made and C alpha of A negative will be made. Yes or no, guys? Any problem till here?
No, sir.
No problem. Okay. Right. Then I can write at equilibrium, this is equal to what? C minus C alpha. And this is C alpha and this is C alpha. Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what will be the K? K will be equal to, what is the concentration of H plus here? Concentration of H plus into the concentration of A negative upon the concentration of HA. And if you look closely, this is what? This is the Ka. If you look closely, this is the Ka, na? H3O plus A negative and HA, right? This is the Ka. So how can we write Ka? Ka, it is equal to H plus into the concentration of A negative divided by HA. Now we can write the concentrations. The concentration of H plus is how much? C alpha into, this is also what? C alpha divided by C minus C alpha. Now I can write this as C square into alpha square, C square upon into alpha square divided by, I can take C as common and I can write 1 minus alpha. And this will be equal to what? The C and the C can get cancelled. This is C alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha. Okay, 1 minus alpha. Alpha is what? It is the fraction of acid that is getting dissociated. And hence Ka, it will be equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Okay, so any problem till here, please let me know. Write this down. Then we will write about alpha, okay? The degree of dissociation. The degree of dissociation or degree of ionization. Please listen. If you have any question in which there is only one reactant, the degree of dissociation, the equilibrium constant can be written in the form of alpha for that reactants. Okay, if you have only one mole, in the reactant side, then the equilibrium constant can be written in the form of alpha. Write this down. Let me know if you're done.
Done, sir.
Okay, is there anyone who's still writing? No? Okay. So our subtopic will be the degree of dissociation. Okay, degree of dissociation. Alpha, degree of dissociation, alpha. Okay. So for reactions in which one mole of, when I write 1 mole, it does not mean we are taking initial mole as 1 mole. It means in the reaction, there is 1 mole in the reactant side. Okay, the stoichiometry is 1. Okay, 1 mole. Let me write this down. Stoichiometry. 1 mole of reactant gets dissociated. The change can be written. The change can be written in the form of, fraction of reactant molecule that gets dissociated. Okay, that gets dissociated. This fraction is known as degree of dissociation. This fraction is known as what? Degree of dissociation, and represented by alpha. Okay, so alpha, this will be equal to the total number of moles dissociated, number of moles of electrolyte dissociated divided by total number of moles or molecules. Okay, wait a second. Let me write molecules. Don't write moles, write molecules. Total number of molecules of electrolyte. Okay. Again, this is not a formula. This is a definition. Okay, this is the definition of alpha. So this is the degree of dissociation. Write this down. Let me know if you're done.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. Now, right, next point. Very less molecules gets dissociated in weak acids. In weak acids, what happens? Very less molecules get dissociated because it is a weak acid, and hence the alpha, it is what? Alpha, it is very, very small to very, very smaller than 1. Okay, very, very smaller than 1. Okay, very, very smaller than 1. And hence we can write the Ka, which is equal to what? C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Now in this case, the alpha is what? Very, very small, and hence we can write that Ka, it is equal to C alpha square divided by 1. Because we can neglect alpha if it is very, very, very small, smaller than 1. You can write since 1 minus alpha, it is equal to 1, approximately equal to 1. Okay. Now, in this case, what will happen? In this case, you can write that the alpha square, it will be equal to the equilibrium constant divided by the concentration. Okay. And you can also write alpha, it will be equal to under root of Ka upon C. Okay, so write this down. Let me know if you're done.
Sir, if alpha is really small, if we square it up, it will become even smaller, right?
Yes, true.
So we can neglect the alpha square also, right?
तो आप एक इतना नोट लिख लीजिए, like please remember this in your past 12th standard. Whenever we neglect neglection is done. Only relative to something. Okay, neglection is done only relative to something. Now, since 1 minus alpha, okay, 1 minus alpha, it will be nothing, right? It will be equal to 1 only. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is why we took this is equal to 1. Okay, this is equal to 1. But alpha on its own, it will have some value. Okay, alpha on its own, it will have some value. So whenever we neglect, you will always see that it is either while a plus, and also it is never done in multiplication. You will always have, if you have something, a plus b, and in which b is very, very, very small than a, then we write that this will be equal to a only. Okay. Or if I write a minus b, and where b is what very, very, very small than a, then we will write that this is equal to a only. Okay, so only done relative to something. So when it is not near something like plus or minus something, then we have to write that down. Okay, Sarah, so you remember this point. Neglection is done only relative to something, and slowly, when you will be neglecting many things now, like in the course of 11th and 12th, then you will understand what this means. Or do you understand now only?
Yes, sir, I understand.
You understand now only? Achha, tab to very good. Done, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we can summarize this thing, right? We can summarize this thing that we will have two cases of acid that is strong and acid that is weak. If you have strong acid, then you can directly use what? You can directly use the equilibrium constant Ka. Okay, equilibrium constant Ka, and you will be writing in terms of the equilibrium constant Ka, and you will not be using the degree of dissociation that is equal to alpha, because alpha for strong acid, it is nearly equal to 1. It is nearly equal to 1. Okay. So this is about addition of acid. Now I think I can write all of these things without much explanation for the base also. Okay. Addition of base and water. Addition of base and water. So I will ask you guys a few things, then you can start telling me. Addition of base in water. So here what we'll have, here we'll be having Kb, okay? Kb, and this will be equal to what? Kb will be equal to the concentration of OH negative times the concentration of base, okay? Times the concentration of base. Let me write the reaction. You have BOH, and hence you are getting B positive plus OH negative in aqueous solution, okay? Plus OH negative. And in the denominator, you will write BOH. That is the base here. That is the base. right? No problem, right? Yes or no, guys? Tell me.
No, sir.
No problem, no? Okay, fine. So KB we have written. What else can we write? We can also write the PKB. This will be equal to minus log of KB. Okay, so stronger the base, higher the value of KB and lower the value of PKB. Okay, lower will be the value of PKB. If PKB is high, base is weak. Okay, PKB is high, base is weak. If PKB is low, that means we have strong base.
Done, sir.
Done all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we can write for weak bases, what will happen? Achha, we can also write first of all. Since as we have written the Ka, na, we can also write Kb in terms of alpha. We can also write Kb in terms of alpha. The same equation will be there. Kb, this will be equal to C alpha square. Alpha is degree of dissociation. It doesn't matter whether it is acid or base. It is just the fraction of molecule that is getting dissociated. Divided by 1 minus alpha. Divided by 1 minus alpha. Then we can write for weak base, alpha is very, very small than 1. And hence the Kb will be equal to C into alpha square, where 1 minus alpha, it is equal to 1, approximately equal to 1. And here also you can write alpha, it is equal to what? Under root of Kb upon the C. What is C? C is the concentration. C is the concentration.
Done, sir.
Okay. Just do some questions. Wait a second. Okay, let me look up a good question. Calculate the pH of solution containing 0.3 grams of CaOH whole twice dissolved in 500 ml of solution. Okay. So how are you going to solve this? First of all, what is given us? What is given to us? What is pH? What is pH? pH is the minus log of the concentration of H plus, right? Minus log of the concentration of H plus. Do we know the concentration of H plus? No, we don't know the concentration of H plus. And is acid given in this question? No, acid is also not given in this question. Acid is not given in this question. That is why we will be able to calculate the concentration of OH negative, right? And from that, we have to calculate the concentration of H positive. So it is simple. We need the concentration of OH negative, right? And sorry, we need the concentration of H positive to calculate the pH. This is equal to Kw upon the concentration of OH negative that we can easily get if I calculate the molarity of this solution. Yes or no? Tell me. How will you calculate this? Oh. You guys are? Okay, fine. How will you start this question? Tell me. How will you start this question? Yes, Samaira, Sarah, Zainab and Aisha. No idea? Samaira, Aisha, Sarah, Zainab. No idea how to start this question? Harry, what happened? Tell me something. No? So what is asked? First of all, tell me what is asked.
The pH.
The pH is asked, okay. So first of all, you will write like this. pH, it is equal to minus log of the concentration of H plus. I hope you guys have no problem till here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No problem till here. Okay, fine. Is the concentration of H plus given in the question?
No.
Is it given? I did not hear that.
No,
No, it is not given. It is not given. It is not given in the question. So now we will see how can we calculate the concentration of H plus. So we know that the concentration of H plus, it is equal to the concentration of acid. If I have an acid, this will be equal to the concentration of acid. Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes.
So do we have an acid, and is the concentration of acid given? Is the concentration of acid given here? Is it given?
0.3.
No,
0.3.
0.3 to gram, and this is the mass given. And also, what is this CaOH whole twice? It is acid or a base?
Base.
Base, no? It is base. So what we have been given? We have been given some mass of base and some volume is given. But I know that I can calculate the number of moles, and number of moles divided by the volume will give me the concentration. So I can say that not directly, but indirectly we have been given the concentration of CaOH whole twice, right? Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is given to us. Okay. Now, since this is given to us, what is going to happen? Whatever the concentration we get from CaOH whole twice of, and please remember, I will get 2 OH negative from each CaOH whole twice. So I will get the concentration of OH negative. I can see that. Now, how to calculate the concentration of H plus from OH negative? We know that Kw is equal to the concentration of H plus into the concentration of OH negative. So I can see that this is indirectly given to me, the concentration of OH negative, right? This is indirectly given to me. And this Kw is equal to how much? 10 to the power minus 14, which is equal to concentration of H plus and that OH negative that I'm going to calculate here, right? Now from this, I will get the concentration of H plus, because this is a constant, and this we are going to calculate. From this, we will calculate the concentration of H plus. Then we will plug in the value to H plus ion, Okay, but before that, first of all, we have to calculate the concentration of CaOH whole twice. Okay, CaOH whole twice. So for this, we have been given the mass. How much CaOH whole twice is added in the solution. So number of moles we can calculate the given mass divided by the molar mass. So given mass is 0.3 grams. The molar mass, you can write, I will give you 74 grams per mole. Okay, 74 grams per mole. Now what will be the concentration? The molarity, it will be equal to number of moles divided by the volume in liters, right? The number of moles is equal to how much? 0.3 divided by 74 divided by volume is equal to how much? 500 ml. That means 0.5 liters, 0.5 liters. Okay, so you can write the molarity, it is equal to 0.3 divided by 74 into 0.5. Rather than writing 0.5, I will write 1 by 2. Okay, and this will be the moles per liter. Any problem, guys? Tell me.
No, sir.
No? Okay, now you will calculate this and tell me what is the value. Okay, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 10 to the power of 3. I don't think so.
Sir, is it 0.008?
0.008. Yeah, correct. Okay. So we have got the concentration of CaOH whole twice. Right, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you will write the reaction. The reactions are very important. Okay. So whenever you have acid or base, you will write the reaction. So CaOH whole twice, a balanced chemical reaction, it is going to give you 2OH negative plus Ca2 positive. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I can write the concentration of OH negative according to the reaction. It will be equal to 2 times the concentration of CaOH whole twice. Yes or no? See, 1 CaOH whole twice is giving me 2 OH negative ions. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this will be equal to 2 into 0.008. This will be equal to 0.016 molar. This is the concentration of OH negative ions. Okay. This is the concentration of OH negative ions, right? Now,
Yes,
what
sir.
will be the concentration of, what will be, this is what I can write this as into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 2 molar. And we will write the concentration of H plus, it will be equal to Kw divided by the concentration of OH negative. is equal to 10 to the power of minus 14 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 2. So this will be equal to 1 by 16, no? 1 by 16. 1 by 16. So this is equal to 1 by 4 into 1 by 4. So this is equal to 0.25 into 0.25, right? 0.25 into 0.25. So this will be equal to how much? Tell me. 25, 25, 625, no? And 0.0625. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this will be equal to 10 to the power of minus 14 divided by 16 into 10 to the power of minus 3. इसको please देख लीजिएगा आप लोग, okay? All of you have biology or anyone has maths here? No one. Okay, fine, no problem. So I've written this as 1 upon 16 into 10 to the power of minus 3, and it will go above, it will become plus, and 10 to the power minus 14. Minus 14 plus 3, it will be equal to how much? Minus 11 molars, okay? Now, we have just written that 1 upon 16, it is equal to 0.00625. 0.0625. Into 10 to the power of minus 11 molar. Then you will write this in the scientific notation, which will be equal to 6.25 into 10 to the power minus 13 molar. Okay. So write this down. So we have calculated the concentration of H plus ion. Then you have to calculate the pH. It will be equal to minus of log of the concentration of H plus ions. So this will be equal to minus of log of 6.25. So you can directly write 625, okay? And plus the log of 10 to the power of minus 13. Minus 13 you will have to add 2 more, no? So minus 15. So this will be equal to, and then log of 625 that we have to calculate. So will be minus log of 625 minus 15. Six 25 is what? 25 into 25, yes or no?
Yes.
Minus 15. And also, see, here you can calculate log of 25. Log of 25 is what? 5 into 5. That means log of 5 plus log of 5. This you can calculate easily. This you can write as log of 5 square into 5 square minus 15. You can write as minus of log of 5 to the power of 4 minus 15. This will be minus of 4 into log of 5 is 0.7 minus 15. 7 4s are 28. So this will be 2.8 minus 15 and whole minus 15, right? So this will be equal to how much? 15 minus 2.8, 12.2, right? And minus 12.2 and minus outside, it will become 12.2. This is the pH, okay? I'll write this down, let me know if you're done.
Done, sir.
Okay. Write the next question. In this question, you have been given the ionization constant of HF. Okay, ionization constant of HF, and that is the Ka of HF. It is equal to 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 4. You have to calculate the degree of dissociation. Okay. Degree of dissociation means alpha. Calculate alpha of HF in 0.02 molar solution. Okay, so this 0.02 molar solution is also of what? It's also of HF only. Fine, is of HF only. So you have been given the equilibrium constant Ka, and you have been asked the alpha. So I hope this is going to be easy for you, since you can solve this very easily. There's only one equation, that Ka, it is equal to how much? Ka, it is equal to, what is HF? HF will be C into alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Tell me. And now, as you can see, the alpha is going to be very small, right? Alpha is going to be very small because you can see that the dissociation constant is also very small. Ka is how much? 10 to the power of minus 4, right? 10 to the power of minus 4. Since the Ka is small, I can say that HF is a weak acid. Okay, so since Ka is small, HF is weak acid, and therefore 1 minus alpha, it will be approximately equal to 1. 1 minus alpha will be approximately equal to 1, and then your Ka will be equal to C alpha square. Alpha will be equal to the under root of Ka upon C. So Ka, they have been given us 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 4 divided by 0.02, right? You have to calculate the root here. So you can take the, so this will be how much? 10 to the power minus 4 can get outside, right? Yes or no? Huh, guys? 10 to the power minus 4 will be equal to 10 to the power of minus 2. So you have outside 10 to the power minus 2 into under root, you have 3.2 upon 0.02. So you can cancel these two by how much? By 2, right? Yes or no? Or can we do anything else? 10 to the power of minus 2 here also, 10 to the power minus. अच्छा नहीं 10 minus 2 बाहर निकाल से रहेगा, ठीक है? 10 to the power of minus 2 into under root of, this is equal to 1.6 divided by 0.01. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tell me, guys. Now, under root of 1.6 will be equal to how much? Under root of 1.6 will be equal to
1.26.
Yeah, 1.26. The 1.26 and under root of 0.01.
$0.1.
Yes, correct. So you can see this is equal to 1.26 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Right. So this is the alpha. Right. This is the alpha. So alpha questions, they are going to be easy because you can directly write this and then you can calculate the alpha. Okay. So this is it for today. Again, I will give you some questions for homework, okay? Now, wait a second, let me tell you from the NCERT that what you have to solve. And then, okay. So 7.41 we already did. 7.42, 43. Hmm, 43 is fine. 43, 42, 43, 44. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 55, 56 also you can do, 57, 59, 58, 62. Oh my God. You have got a lot of homework to do. So you can start from 4.1 and go till 6.2, 41 to 62. Exercise, okay? Okay, 7.41 to 7.62. So 4.1 we have already done. You will see that in while doing